Hello, greetings. I wanted to share something really quick about sabotage and our fears and our doubts and habits and all of that. So I was talking last night to Josh about this topic, about our habits and how we have things that we want to do, that we want to get better at. We want to, work out, eat healthy, wake up early, to name a few. And we keep talking about how we'll get to this point where we just sabotage, or we know that we should be doing it and we just don't. And we're not unique in our situation. Many of us feel that way. Hence the new year, new you movement, and how it's very difficult sometimes to get past that January, February mark, right? And people have broken it down to two different things, in a sense, where you're either afraid of success, you're afraid of what it looks like to succeed because you've never seen that before, or you're afraid of failure and you have this high expectation and you just want to achieve. However, I want to add to that and say that I think a lot of us are just genuinely afraid of being a different version of ourselves. I think we're genuinely afraid of being the best versions of ourselves, especially if nobody in our life has seen that version of ourselves. So let's take the example of someone who is 250 pounds, right? And they want to lose weight. Let's say everybody in their friend circle knows them as the 250 pound guy. He's drinking on the weekends. He's known, for ordering out on Thursdays and going out on Saturdays. And that's just what he's known for. And then let's say he decides to change his life. He starts going to the gym. He stops going out on Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays, and he's just always at the gym. He's always eating healthy, and people are watching this and watching him lose weight and watching him better himself. And then you have the peanut gallery who's like, oh, look at this guy, and look at Mr. Skinny, look at Mr. Healthy. Are we too good for us? And it's just like, something about that interaction almost feels like phony to us. Like, oh, well, am I really this person who exercises and wakes up early and doesn't go out and drink? Am I really this person? Am I a phony? Maybe that's the imposter syndrome. I don't know. But I really just think that we're genuinely afraid of being the best versions of ourselves. And I would like to put some action steps towards that and just ask yourself, who is the best version of you? If you could write it down, or if you could just meditate and visualize it for a moment, who is that best version of you? Who is the person that you can see yourself being? And the next part of that is, who is around you? Do you want people around you who are bringing you down? Josh always talks about the crabs in the bucket. When one crab tries to climb out, all the other crabs try to bring him down with them. And so are we going to hang out with people like that? Or are we going to try to escape and find the crabs who got on the outside and are like, oh, what's up? Like, it's about time you got out of that bucket, Because at the end of the day, that journey to get out of the bucket, that journey to get out of that overweight path, and to get out of our habits and out of our conditional ways that we decide to do things, it takes a lot of work and effort, obviously, but it also is very lonely. And I don't think many people talk about that. And if they do, cool, I'm talking about it right now. It's very lonely to do things differently than everybody else. And people are going to think of you extremely differently. They're probably going to think you're weird. They're probably going to make fun of you. They're probably going to gossip about you. And they might not even want to be your friend anymore. But there will be people who do want to be your friend and who do want to see you succeed, and who are going to call you out and say, why the fuck did you not wake up early today, bitch? Because they love you and they want to see you succeed, and you told them that you're going to do something, and they want to hold you to that and say, hey, you said you wanted to stop drinking. Hey, you said you wanted to start eating healthy. Why are you eating that? Why are you drinking that? Why are you, and not to, not for any other way, but because they want to see you succeed, and you should want to see yourself succeed as well. And I know that's easier said than done, but I just want to remind you that it is possible. And I know that it's scary, but I tell my children this all the time. Fear doesn't just go away. Oh, hello, baby. Fear doesn't just go away. You have fear on your back while you're walking through it at the same time. Courage only comes from facing your fears in every aspect of our life. So if we're afraid of what people might say about us or think about us, or if we think that we're a phony because we do things differently, fuck that idea and send it somewhere else, because that doesn't belong to you anymore. Cut that shit out. Burn it, write it down, throw it in the flames, throw it in the toilet. That's not you anymore. If you want to succeed, if you want to truly get down to the root of your issues and be better, then it starts with one step, and then the next step, and then the next step, and you compound that, you consistently move through that, and you become the best version of yourself. Because once you become the best version of yourself, you're going to look back. First of all, you're going to look at the circle of friends that you already have, that you have right now as your best, and you're like, thank God. Because then you're looking back at who you used to be and who you used to hang out with, and you say, wow, what would have happened if I would have stayed and listened to that version of myself? How sick would I be? How destructive would I be? What would my life look like? And look at my life now. I know it's kind of hard to visualize something that you've never done before, and sometimes something that nobody in your family has ever done before either. But it's possible. I promise it's possible. And I'm on the journey with you, dude. Okay? I'm on the journey too. I mess up all the time. When I'm supposed to wake up early, when I'm supposed to go on a walk, when I'm supposed to work out, when I'm supposed to do yoga, and I don't. It happens to everybody. But the difference between us and them is that even when we mess up, and if we don't work out that day, we will try again the next day. We will not say, oh, you know what? I didn't do it. Fuck it. I'm going to go drink, and I'm going to go eat, and I'm going to go and do all this other stuff because I already fucked it up. No. Keep starting over and over and over again if you have to, because eventually you'll get sick of starting over, and you'll go up. You'll do it. Okay? Hopefully that helps. Okay. Love you.